Is the Candied Bacon from the Edison Lounge. Edison Lounge, Edison Bar, Edison, whatever. Very few times that I got very, very drunk at Disney Springs was because of Edison. It's really easy to candy bacon, shockingly. I'm not gonna lie, it could be sweeter. I'm actually very surprised how my hair looks today. It looks really nice, actually. Wow. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of RJ's Food Rocks. Today, I am following a listener request. This was a request from my very good friend, Casey. I was a guest on her podcast, Single Writer Podcast. We talk to each other about just some of our favorite foods, like hidden foods in the Disney parks. And she mentioned this specific food item was something that she really loved and she wants me to make someday. So here it is. After months of not making it, I'm finally making it. It is the Candied Bacon from the Edison Lounge. Edison Lounge, Edison Bar, Edison, whatever. It used to be a power plant that they have created to make it look like it's now a speakeasy type bar. I think it's after 10. Okay, I'm describing this pre-pandemic also, so I don't know what the rules are now, but it was after 10 or a certain amount of time, it turns to 21 up, and you have flapper dancing, and you have a live band. Very few times that I got very, very drunk at Disney Springs was because of Edison, because a friend of mine was performing. She was the lead singer of the band that sings there. And so my friends and I went over there, danced the night away, got super drunk, just kept drinking, and then went over to, what's the one right across it? SDK. We went to SDK, got drunk again. And then it was 2:30 in the morning and Disney Springs was closed. And I was I have to stumble my way back home. Got a little Lyft Uber situation and went home. And you know what? I'm getting too old for that. That was 2018. So I was still technically in my mid-20s. So I was able to live that life. But who knows now? Now that I'm months away from turning 30, I don't know if I have the constitution to do that again. But I can't wait to make it for you now. It's really easy to candy bacon, shockingly. I found this recipe through New York Times Cooking. So let's go to the kitchen. My friend Jace was the one who actually showed me that cooking bacon in the oven is 1,000,000 times easier than cooking bacon any other way. So that's how I do it now. You're cooking it twice, essentially. One to just cook the bacon, the second time to make a caramelization on top of it, the candying. So the first one I did 350. Overall, it cooked in 20 minutes. Technically, you don't have to flip it over, but once that is in the oven, you can start making your glaze. So the Edison, I modified a little bit here. The Edison uses a maple glaze. The recipe on New York Times Cooking uses brown sugar. So I used about half a cup of maple syrup. I ended up adding more just because I felt like it needed to be sweeter. So I ended up probably using around a cup of maple syrup. And then to this, I'm adding a tablespoon of Dijon mustard and then 2 tablespoons of red wine. So just keep whisking this and then just kind of taste it as you go. See what kind of sweetness you want. If you want to add brown sugar to this, go ahead. I've found that brown sugar kind of adds more of that crust into it. If that's what you're looking for, you can swap out the maple syrup for brown sugar. But I was trying to just play around with it to make it more like the Edison. Once you have this, you pull out the bacon. It should have already kind of cooked through, and then you're going to brush this glaze on it. This is when I cranked up the oven to 400 because I really wanted that caramelization. This is gonna make a lot of smoke because not only are you doing like bacon fat, but also like dripping like brown sugar. If you want easy cleaning, go ahead, put foil or parchment paper underneath there to catch all of that dripping brown sugar. I drained the bacon fat just so that it wouldn't just sit there in the hot oven and just smoke up the entire kitchen. And then I put it back in the oven, and I was basically doing like every 5 minutes, I would keep checking it and see if it was starting to caramelize. I would flip around, brush the other side, do another 5 minutes. Really, like this part you're just cooking for that candy coating on top. So I would say just keep checking every 5 minutes. This is when I decided that I wanted more crunch. It didn't look like it was like solidifying and crunching. So I think I did 10 minutes. I pulled it out, and then I sprinkled on brown sugar individually on each bacon strip. And then I cracked fresh black pepper on it because that's how the Edison does it. There's like big specks of black pepper on their bacon. Bake that for another 5 minutes or so. And there you go. You've got candied bacon. I had a clothesline, I had clothespins. I don't have those two things that are holding it up. So I did not do it that way. I am just like holding it out like a clothespin, like, you know, just drying laundry. It's a fun little treat if you want like something fun to throw at like a party, you know, when we're all vaccinated. But it's like a fun little appetizer. You can put it in a cup. It can be cute, but it's just like a fun little gag that you can make in your own home. The candy is really good. It's still more sticky than like a hard actual carameling. The parts where we did kind of toast up a little bit more and caramelize a little bit more, you do get that little kind of like hardness to it. I'm not gonna lie, it could be sweeter. Experiment with some of the flavors too. Like I could definitely do a little bit of gochujang on it, or other kind of like things that you can mix with that saltiness. So if you like sweet and salty, it's definitely a good try. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this episode of RJ's Food Rocks. You can find me at RJ's Food Rocks on all of your social media, and you can also find me on Patreon, where you can support me for $5 a month. You can keep this ring light going. And you can keep this tinted moisturizer on my face. With $5 a month, you can help support the show. Thank you to all my existing food rockers. That's what we call ourselves. Thank you to all my food rockers for always supporting me. If you want to be a part of it, just head to patreon.com/rjfoodrocks. You get a chance to win a monthly gift. You get special videos every week just for you. And, you know, it's just a way to say, RJ, you're doing a great job. Here you go. Here's a coffee on me this week. I am also on a podcast called The POPsicle, where a friend and I lap up what's new in pop culture. Episodes on video are on the Ampliverse YouTube channel, and episodes on audio are found wherever you find your podcasts. Let me know what you thought about this candied bacon, and if you want me to recreate any other foods from theme parks, from TV, from movies, from music, whatever, I don't know, just whatever you want me to make, I will make it. So guaranteed I will make it. So leave in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your candied bacon turned out. And we'll see you next week with another video. Bye-bye.